What happens after retirement? The truth about retirement life. No one tells you this about retirement. The hardest part isn't money. It's waking up one day and realizing your old life structure is gone. Today, I'll share what really happens after retirement and how to build a meaningful new life. 1. The shock of retirement. When silence replaces routine. Retirement. For decades, this word lives quietly in the background of your life. It sounds peaceful. It sounds relaxing. It sounds like freedom. But when the day finally arrives, when the alarm clock no longer rings, when the uniform stays in the closet, when the commute disappears, something unexpected happens. The noise of life suddenly becomes silence. Not the peaceful silence of rest, but the unfamiliar silence of uncertainty. And almost nobody warns you about this moment. For most people, work was never just about money. It was structure. It was routine. It was identity. It was purpose. Monday meant responsibility. Friday meant relief. Sunday night meant preparation. Your entire week had rhythm. Then one morning, the rhythm stops. You wake up with nowhere you have to be. No deadlines, no boss, no schedule. At first, it feels exciting, like a vacation that never ends. But after a few weeks, or sometimes even days, a strange feeling appears, a quiet emptiness. Many retirees describe this moment as standing in an open field. No walls, no directions, no signposts, just wide open time. And time, when it is unlimited, can feel heavier than when it is scarce. You begin asking yourself questions you never had time to ask before. Who am I now? What do I do with my mornings? Why do I feel restless when I should feel grateful? These thoughts are normal. They are human. They are part of transition. But because society paints retirement as permanent happiness, many people feel ashamed for struggling. They think something is wrong with them. Nothing is wrong with you. You are simply changing seasons. Imagine working 30 or 40 years with one main identity. Teacher, driver, engineer, manager, doctor, laborer, business owner. You didn't just do the job, you became the job. People introduced you by your profession. Your family depended on it. Your self-respect was tied to it. Now suddenly, that chapter closes, and the mind needs time to catch up. This adjustment period is often called the retirement shock. It is emotional, psychological, and deeply personal. Another surprise many retirees face is how quickly days blend together. Without structure, time becomes blurry. Monday feels like Thursday. Weeks pass without clear memory markers. This can create mental fatigue. You might feel tired without doing much. You might feel bored without understanding why. Your brain was trained for deadlines and tasks. Now it is learning stillness. And learning stillness takes practice. There is also the social shock. Work provided daily interaction, small conversations, team lunches, morning greetings, shared struggles. After retirement, many of those connections fade quietly, not because people don't care, but because life moves on. This sudden reduction in social contact can feel like emotional withdrawal. It's subtle at first. Then one day, you realize you haven't had a meaningful conversation in days. That realization can sting. Some retirees try to fill the silence immediately. They keep themselves constantly busy. Television all day, endless scrolling, random errands, overbooking activities. But constant distraction does not heal transition. It only delays reflection. True adjustment requires slowing down enough to understand what is happening inside you. Let's be honest. Retirement forces you to face yourself. No meetings to escape into. No deadlines to hide behind. no schedules to protect you from quiet thoughts. You begin remembering old dreams, things you wanted to do but postponed. You begin reflecting on choices, successes, mistakes, regrets, victories. This reflection can feel heavy, but it can also be powerful because awareness is the first step to renewal. Here is something very important to understand. Retirement is not an ending. It is a restructuring of life energy. You are not becoming useless. You are becoming free from one role so you can discover another. But society rarely teaches this part. It teaches financial planning, pensions, savings. It rarely teaches emotional planning, mental preparation, identity rebuilding, purpose transition. That is why so many people feel lost at first. Let's talk about the mornings. The morning is the hardest part for many retirees. For years, mornings meant responsibility. Now they mean choice. Choice sounds good, until you realize choice requires direction. Without intention, mornings become slow and heavy. The bed feels warmer, motivation feels weaker, the day feels shapeless. This is not laziness, it is adjustment. Your mind is rewiring itself. There is also the quiet fear nobody talks about, the fear of aging. When you stop working, time suddenly feels louder, wrinkles feel more visible, energy levels feel different, recovery takes longer. You become more aware of mortality, not in a dramatic way, but in small moments. Watching younger people move faster, seeing friends retire, then disappear from social life, then fall ill. These thoughts are natural. They remind us that time is precious. But here is the hidden gift inside this shock. For the first time in your adult life, you finally own your time. No alarm owns it. No company owns it. No boss owns it. You do. That freedom is powerful, but power requires wisdom. Without wisdom, freedom becomes emptiness. With wisdom, freedom becomes purpose. The first stage of retirement is not about happiness. It is about reorientation, learning new rhythms, building new habits, redefining meaning. You don't rush this stage, you respect it, like healing after a long journey. If you are newly retired and feeling confused, if you feel restless, if you feel strangely sad, even though life is comfortable, know this: you are not broken. You are transforming. Every meaningful transformation feels uncomfortable at first. 2. Identity crisis after retirement. Who are you without your job? For most of your life, when someone asked you a simple question, what do you do? You had an answer: teacher, engineer, driver, manager, business owner, worker. That answer was easy. It was automatic. It carried status, meaning, recognition. But after retirement, that question feels different. Now, when someone asks, what do you do? There is a pause, a hesitation, sometimes even discomfort, because the answer is no longer clear. This is the part of retirement nobody prepares you for: the identity shift. You spent decades building a professional identity. You were known for your role, your responsibility, your contribution. Your sense of worth became connected to output: how much you worked, how much you earned, how useful you were. Then suddenly, that structure disappears, and the mind quietly asks, if I'm not working, am I still valuable? This question is dangerous if left unanswered, because human worth was never meant to be measured by job titles, but society trained us to believe otherwise. Many retirees experience a strange emotional reaction. They feel invisible. At work, people needed them. They received emails, calls, requests, meetings. After retirement, the phone becomes quiet, the inbox becomes empty, and silence begins to speak loudly. You might feel forgotten, not intentionally, but emotionally, and that can hurt deeply. Some retirees try to hold on to their old identity. They constantly talk about their past job. They repeat old stories they live in yesterday. There is nothing wrong with honoring your career, but living only in the past keeps you stuck. Others try the opposite. They pretend the job never mattered. They reject their working years emotionally. That also creates imbalance. The healthy path is integration. You respect your past, but you do not live inside it. Let's talk about purpose. During working life, purpose was assigned. Deadlines created urgency. Responsibilities created motivation. After retirement, purpose becomes self-directed. This is unfamiliar territory. No one is telling you what to do anymore. No supervisor, no manager, no performance reviews. This freedom can feel overwhelming because structure gave you direction. Now you must create it. Here is something important. Purpose does not disappear when you retire. It changes form. It moves from productivity to meaning, from deadlines to contribution, from income to impact, from external validation to internal fulfillment. This transition is not automatic. It must be consciously built. Many retirees struggle with feeling unnecessary. They ask themselves, does anyone still need me? Do I still matter? Am I just waiting now? These thoughts are heavy, but they come from a misunderstanding. Your value was never limited to labor. Your wisdom, your experience, your presence, your guidance, these become even more valuable with age. But society does not advertise this truth. In many cultures, elders were once the teachers, the advisors, the storytellers, the moral compass. Today, elders are often pushed quietly aside, not because they lack value, but because modern culture is obsessed with speed, youth, trends, technology. But depth does not come from speed, it comes from time, and you carry time inside you. Identity after retirement must shift from what I do to who I am. Not worker, not employee, not position, but mentor, grandparent, friend, volunteer, learner, creator, guide. These identities are just as powerful, sometimes more powerful. One of the healthiest questions you can ask yourself after retirement is, what problems do I still care about? Not money problems, not corporate goals, but human problems. Loneliness, confusion, young people needing guidance, community issues, family support. Your life experience becomes a resource, not for profit, but for purpose. Let's talk about self-respect. Many people lose confidence after retirement. They stop dressing well. They stop grooming. They stop caring about posture and presentation, not because they want to, but because they no longer feel seen. This is a silent emotional signal. It says, I no longer It is the brain losing anchors. Humans need rhythm, not pressure. One of the most powerful habits is appointment with yourself. Schedule personal time, just like work meetings. Time for reflection, time for growth, time for quiet thinking. This builds self-respect. Another mistake retirees make is overloading themselves. They say yes to everything. They fill calendars aggressively. This recreates work stress. Balance matters. Retirement is not escape from busyness into another form of busyness. It is about intentional living. Let's talk about mental stimulation. The brain needs challenges, not stress, but engagement. Learn something new. Language basics, technology basics, history, religion, personal finance. Even watching educational content helps. Learning keeps memory sharp. Now let's address boredom. Boredom is not bad. It is a signal. It tells you need meaning, not entertainment. Instead of filling boredom with endless TV, fill it with creation, writing notes, recording memories, sharing wisdom, small projects. These create satisfaction. One powerful retirement activity is legacy work, writing life stories, recording voice messages, saving family history. Your experiences are valuable. Future generations will thank you. Here is a simple daily structure example. Morning, movement plus. Quiet time, midday, purpose activity. Afternoon, rest. Light tasks. Evenings, social or reflection time. Simple, flexible, healthy. Remember, structure is not control, it is care. It protects your mental health. It gives shape to freedom.